Guess what? It's Sunday night with ILXCTF. What a great day. What a great weekend. You go to a cross-country meet on a Saturday morning, and how can you be down for the rest of the weekend? Unless you ran really, really bad. But the sun comes up on Sunday. You're ready to train again. You're ready to do better the next time. Come on. What a great weekend. We earned this. I'm telling you right now, we earned what happened this weekend. Where, okay, it was raining down south. I can't help that. But, I mean, 65, 66 degrees. I look outside now. It's beautiful. So, what can we say about that? So, this is almost live. We tried it live last week, and I didn't like how it turned out. It was a train wreck. So, do things a little bit differently here. No frills. We're just going to talk cross country. No videos. If you want to go see the videos, go to my runner space page, ilxctf.runnerspace.com, or go to my website. It has the links for the videos there. We're going to talk about Hornet Red Devil. We're going to talk about Levy. We're going to talk about Lyons Township. They have a new course. St. Charles East, Pleasant Valley, Naperville North, and Wheat North took care of business out in Iowa. And then Fenton, Granite City, UW Parkside. We'll get into a few other meets as well. Trying to keep this within 20-25 minutes, so we will see. So let's talk about Catherine Legge. One of my favorite courses all time. Well, I mean, in my heart, I won my first high school race there. It was a different course back then. This is the 4th or 5th edition of Catherine Legge. And wasn't that start kind of fun? Woohoo! I mean, just narrowed down so quickly. They've been talking a lot what they're going to do with sectionals. They may have a creek crossing at sectionals. We'll have to wait and see on that. But the course ran well. I think everybody liked it. So, in the boys' race, I'm watching the racers go by, and Watke's leading, and he's controlling it, boss-like. And I'm like, when is he going to go? When is he going to go? When is he going to go? Turn the video camera on at the finish line. When is he going to go? When is he going to go? Oh, he went. He wins. Runs 15 minutes. Oswego East, Tyler, I wrote this all down, Parker Nold and Alex Doss, 2-3. They were with Watke throughout. Mason Krieg of Palatine. What a great race. He got 4th. Then Michael Atkins and Gabe Ryan, Wheaton Warrenville South, and Naperville North 5 and 6. You got to watch out for Hinsdale Central. Had like about a 16-17 split from 2 to 6. A 44-second split on Watke is pretty good because Watke's going to be up there. He's going to be one of those top runners. He's going to be in the top 10 at the state. So if you can have a 44 or 45-second split, and I know Westfall doesn't want me to say this, they're going to be a contender for a state championship. But they know they got to take it one meet at a time. They're going to run down in Peoria next week, and we'll see how they do there. New Trier, no Nick Falk. What happened? Nick didn't run, but still New Trier had like a 20-second split on 5. And they get second, Neuqua Valley third. Close team battle throughout. On the girls' side, Minooka 102, and their number 1 runner had to drop out with a half mile to go. Something happened where she had to drop out. Prospect 106 for second. They look pretty good. Their split is spread out a little bit. And then Naperville Central. Wow, they ran. If that's any indication for this season, they're going to be really good. They are going to be really good. 4th, who was 4th? Did I write 4th down? New Trier 4th, who's ranked like 2021, and Glenbard West 27. But the Frost Soft race, the girls' Frost Soft race, I'm telling you, Mia Kotler from Lanton School. Now, Ava Perek won pretty easily. So if Kotler's running the varsity race, she's right with Audrey Allman from Glenbard West at the end, had the same time as Audrey. So she would have been third, second or third. So Latin School, they didn't run their entire team. They're not going to run their entire team next week because Ava Perek is going on a school visit. I'm not going to say where. But then she's going to run Peoria, Notre Dame, Richard Spring. So maybe we see their full lineup in and we see what they can do. But any indications, Kotler is the real thing and ran super great 1740. I'm like 6'2", so try doing an interview with her, and she's, I don't know how tall she is, but man, can she run. She can run. So, and if you look at that Frost Soft race, 3 of the top 6 runners, there were some sophomores in there, Marasco and Lane from Lake Forest are in the top 7 already. But the 3 freshmen, first races, Abigail Jordan, another Jordan from Palatine, along with Kotler. Nicole Poglish. A funny thing, I'm videotaping the finish, and I see Nicole cross the finish line, and catches my eye on the left. I see her parents walking this way. Her mom is on the phone talking to Samantha Poglish. Yeah, it's the same Poglish. And Nicole runs 18:25. Sam was saying, I never ran that fast when I was a freshman, this early. So Nicole Poglish is the real thing. So is Abigail Jordan. We'll see him in the varsity. Who knows when? That's up to the coaches. But great races by them. That was fun. Watching that sophomore Frost Soft race was really good. Kaharik at Lyons Township. Lyons Township last year talked about during COVID that they were going to run up. They were going to change it into a 5K course. So it's just their basic course. Instead of the finish, they make a nice loop around and then come back in. It's 5K, it's a legit, but the times are fast. Timmy Newman, if he was healthy during track, he would have been All-State at 10th. And he hardly trained at the end of the year. But 15:25 for first. Declan Tunney of Sandburg, 15:26 for second. Tunney, Sandburg with 50 points. Sandburg was up there. Maine South. Riverside Brookfield in 2A was 5th. Pretty good. Downer South was 2nd. They ran a great race. Think they move up in the rankings? I don't know yet. On the girls' side, Oswego. No, not Oswego, boy. Ooh, Lyons Township. Sorry, Redman. Lyons Township, your winner. They win pretty easily. They win over Lincoln Way East. I had Lincoln Way East 14th. No, you know why I had them 14th. They're a good team. But they get second in that. Catherine Sommerfeld of Lyons Township, your winner. She won by like about 35, 36 seconds, so an easy win for her. St. Charles East. So I like this course. I've never seen a race there. Would have at Kane County, but no. Any case, it's a hilly course. And I've heard some teams going, boy, that was too hilly. It was a rough course. But look at what you guys are running all year. Unless you're up in the northwest suburbs and you run at Veteran Acres all the time. This is a real deal course. There's a lot of things holding the first 2 meets. They have a lot of logistical things to work on, but that's normal with a meet. With running only 2 meets, they're going to figure it out. But the course, I love the course. I wish that those are the kind of courses I thrived on, because I could never in high school could never break 60 seconds in my life for 400. Even if the wind was at, you guys have heard this, wind was at my back, I'm running downhill, down a mine shaft. I still couldn't break 60 seconds. So, but this is a fair course. I love the hill at 1.25 miles. I love everything else about the course. Anywho, your girls didn't run 2 of their top runners. Brooke Berger, Kayla Quinn did not run. Still, you have Leanna Sertzer runs 17:46 on the race, and Caitlin Winton, who was their number 3 runner all of last year, was 2nd in 17:47. York had a 78-second split without their top 2 runners. it would have narrowed down. I think they had 5 in the first 16. Put those 2 in there, they would have had 5 in the first 10. They scored 51 points. St. Charles East, nice pack at 97 points, 12-13 finish from Edelman and, and I didn't write it down. I forgot to write it down. But St. Charles East looked good. On the boys' side, Downers Grove North, we have them ranked number 2 in this state, and they're a good team. And they're, with a reason, they're number 2 in this state. 3 runners in the top 5. Their split, I think, at Nequa last week was 55, 56 seconds, something like that. They're down to 50 seconds, so they're going to slowly get that. In the West Suburban Silver, you have to have a nice pack. In Illinois, you have to have a nice pack. Duh. So they win it with 39 points, I think it was. And then there's Waubonsee Valley. And they're a team, I'm telling you right now, you run an 18-second split, you've got my attention. I'm telling you right now, they had 5 runners between 9 and 15, 18-second split. So they're not going to have the superstars up front. Maybe they develop a runner this year that moves up into the top spot. But they have a nice pack, 18 seconds. And a big meet, if you just put those runners together, I'm telling you, I mean, coming from a team that won state meet with a 18-second split on 5, and we have a nice pack. We had guys 14th and we had a guy in 14th place, and then we started our split from there. So if you can do something like that, you're going to win a state title. So Waubonsee Valley looks good. Will Gellin, individual winner from Prairie Ridge, only a sophomore, but he runs 15-18. Only the second race there, course record. St. Charles East third. Michael Wilson did not run. College visit. And we're going to see a lot of that. Next weekend we have ACT testing. So how many full teams are we going to see there? So everybody can guess. Well, there was one year. We beat this team. They were missing 3 of their runners due to ACTs, you knucklehead. Oh my gosh. So St. Charles East still third with 90 points. Without Wilson in there. They're at Lake Park next week. That should be good. I want to see how fast Wilson runs. So where are we at? Pleasant Valley, Naperville, North Girls. Now I saw in one publication, that had them ranked, Edina, Minnesota ranked number 7, Naperville North nowhere, because they were only returning 2 or 3 runners. My senior year, we only returned 2 runners, and we got second in state by this much. But Naperville North just reloads every year, and they did that. 43 points, 86 for Edina, whatever. Lucy Westlake third. They had a 44-second split on 5. A freshman is their number 2 runner in the varsity race. But mind you, Sophie Gobelish ran 19:30 by herself to win the JV race, and she would have been the number 2 runner in the varsity race. So great job by Naperville North. On the boys' side at Pleasant Valley, Wheaton North, ranked 21 in the state coming into this year, missed running in the state series because of COVID-19. Do you think they have a chip on their shoulder? They have a chip on their shoulder, I'm telling you. They had 3 in the first 5. Their split is out there, and they've got to work on their 4th and 5th. Well, they got to work on their 5th runner and getting that down. But we're at the beginning of September. We've got plenty of time to work on that. So Wheaton North wins it over 3 pretty good teams. Edina again, Johnston, and Iowa City. So great job there. Fenton, Ali Nagovitich of what a great race at Fenton, the girls' race. Ali Nagovitich wins her 2nd race of the week. She won at Lake County at the beginning and the middle of the week on Wednesday. She comes back, pulls away from Holly Johnson, another freshman from Downers Grove South. And it was like about 9 seconds, 17:35 to 17:44. Anna Harden, junior from Hersey, was 3rd. Sophia McNerney of Downers Grove South was 4th. And Downers Grove South won pretty easily. They 3 in the top 7, but their 4th and 5th runners in this kind of a meet. It's not like Hinsdale where it was just power. Power. It was when you place 22nd and 29th as your 4th and 5th runners, you got a lot of work to do, but they know that. and that's what they're probably, get that pack closer together. They're going to be a tough team. But they win it pretty easily. Hersey was up there. Oak Park was sixth, but Josephine Welland did not run. So I don't know where they raced this next weekend. They race the following week at Richard Spring at girls race. We're going to talk more about the girls race next week, but it should be lights out. Hersey, I didn't rank them. I know I didn't rank them at the beginning of the year. I'm pretty sure they're going to get moved into the top 30. Ran great. 5 in the top 16, 36 points. Nice split, 46 seconds. Oak Park second in the boys' side. Connor Euler, your individual winner. Sean Safford, I think, was second. Nice 1, 2, 3 finish by the Huskies, and they move on. Granite City, a little bit wet, and St. Louis University High won the boys' race. Edwardsville second with 91 points. Now Edwardsville didn't have their full team. They have a gap. If that was their full team, they have a big gap between 4 and 5. Ryan Watts raced. Was right with his teammate Gio Patrolek. They ran together all the way. I'm guessing it was more of a tempo run. I would guess once Watts gets into great shape, we may see him rip a fast race off at Palatine at the end of the month, or Peoria. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see what happens. Edwardsville goes to Peoria this weekend, so we'll see. What else? Galesburg. Now, why I don't do rankings after the first weekend on the 28th and 29th? Because you don't get a true indication of these teams. Look at Morton. I didn't think they ran that great at Normal West, and they come back, score 40 points, 3 in the top 5 over a good field. But Morton is going to remain there. Wisconsin Parkside, Oswego, a 27-second split on 5. We talked about them last week at Yorkville. 27-second split, won easily over 2 Wisconsin schools. Let's see what the Panthers do. They were ranked 12th. Do they move into the top 10? What else? St. Ignatius Conley, 17 points for Loyola, and another 47 points for St. Ignatius. They're 5, 6, and 3A. And it was like a 34, 35-second split on 5 for Loyola. Loyola looks good. There's the reason I had them at number 5. Like everything else, I do my homework. Oregon Open. Winnebago doesn't run 3 of their top 6 runners. They still win over a good Sherrard team. Boys side, Rockford Christian, the Royal Lions. You know it. They beat number 3 Riverdale. Riverdale's got a good team, and so does Rockford Christian. Yeah, I know he likes to lay low. Randy, you're not. You're gonna move up. So I think that's about it. Where are we at now? We're at 17 minutes. That's cool. It's really cool. So hope you enjoyed the show. There's a lot going on this weekend. Big Meet Peoria. Can't wait to get to Detweiler, to the Det. It's going to be fantastic. The next 2 weekends at Peoria are going to be outstanding meets. I can't wait to get there. I'm going to drive down early in the morning, listen to some music, sing some songs, try to stay awake, and then I'll be wide awake when I get into Detweiler. So we have that. We have Lake Park. We talked about that. We have Revis, Wheatmoreville South, going down there. Girls team is going down there. And then there's a lot of other meets. Princeton, Royal Cadet. I'm trying to think off the top. I should have written them down. A lot going on. Now, I mentioned, I think in one of my articles or whatever, that the rankings are going to go upside down all year, because the data that we were working off of to figure out these rankings, well, what can I say? It's kind of tough to do that, and it's kind of tough. You can't really distinguish invitational times with dual meet times. It's an entirely different monster. You have to calculate, you have to do some reasoning. For some of you that might be tough. So I think we're getting a true indication of some of the teams. We'll have a better indication by the end of the month. Once we get through the 25th and the 26th with Palatine, then I think we get a real good indication of how good these teams are. Let's see. So 1A, Elmwood. They start out slow always, but I had no other choice to put them number one. They may move out. Arthur Lovington has a good first four, but their fifth runner is back. So who knows who's going to be number one? And it won't be Rockford Christian. I don't know who's going to be. On the girls' side, who's at one? Oh, duh, Winnebago. They're going to be at Peoria this weekend, so it'll be good to see them run at full strength, I hope. In 2A, I really think Morton stays number one. That's just looking at their race results and looking at everybody else right now. I do think that's going to be something to watch for. 3A, girls, York, even though they didn't run everybody, Naperville North. And then, here, we can flip a coin to see who's number 3. Maybe Minooka, maybe Downer South still, maybe Prospect. It's really up for grabs. On the boys' side, don't ask me right now in 3A. It is so wide open. We haven't seen York race. They tend to run. They don't run their top runners at Joliet Central at the ACT testing. However, let's see what happens. They're running against Oswego. Oswego's got a good team, and I'm sure they would want to beat the Dukes. So we'll have to see what happens there. I mean, Sandburg ran good. You have Downers Grove North, who's been running good the first 2 weeks. Who else? St. Charles East. They ran good at Kane County. They ran good. They're putting themselves together, so who knows what happens with them. Loyola looked really good. RB in 2A, too. I mean, on the boys' side, they look really good. So who knows? I don't know. But any case, anybody that said hi to me at KLM, thank you for the kind words. Thank you for everything. Last 2 weeks have been pretty rough for me. Few people know what's going on. Well, more than a few people know. But any case, it was fun. And it's just going to get better every week. So what we have right now, we have the weekend in review. That's on ILXCTF and on my Runner Space page. We have the Hinsdale recap along with videos from Hinsdale, race videos. It's not my car. What else? So we have Hinsdale, we have that. We will have Monday morning finish line. You're watching this right now. Monday morning finish line. Have a lot of neat things I want to talk about. And then we go into the week, and by Tuesday, we should have the first rankings out, and you guys can complain all you want. Why aren't we ranked higher? Why aren't we ranked lower? That's what's going to happen. Newton always did that. There was one time with Newton, one of my favorite Mr. Newton stories, where I think it was in 2012, they had a great team, and I walk in. I usually go to their Monday practice just to, it was a chance to talk to him and be around him. And he's like, Nooms, you gotta rank us lower. And I've never sworn at Mr. Newton before, but I said, well, Mr. Newton, where the hell am I going to rank you? He's like, well, what about this team? You beat them by 100 points. Oh. What about this team? You beat them the week before by 150 points. I'll keep us number one, but don't make a big thing about it. So, yeah, so my office behind me, I'm still looking for neat things. So, a few things here. That's the jersey that I wore in 1978 when I won the state championship. That green hat is one of Mr. Newton's hats. It meant a lot. Al Janulus, who is was a coach while I was there, he gave one of the speeches during the memorial service that we had for Mr. Newton. And afterwards he brought me the hat and said, you're the one that would really appreciate it. So I have a sight top that I wore. Well, I didn't wear it, but that kind of sight top that we wore for our warm-ups. Supposed to psych everybody else out. We didn't care. We tore off our sweats, got into our singlets, and got to the starting line. And this is an old LTXC Lyons Township when they were getting snubbed by NXN. Vince Sona and Danny Kilray gave me that T-shirt, and I thought it was the neatest thing. So I look at it always. I'm like, when you're down, look at how hard they fought, even though they're in our conference. I never liked racing against them. I wanted to beat them. But when you have two quality guys like that that give you something like that, that's a cool thing. And also, oh, I told my daughter I was going to do this. So I'm proud of her. She's going to this law school in Boston. She picked it out herself. But she's going to be a lawyer. And getting her master's in finance at the same time. So she has high goals. I make it. So if she sees that. But that's about it. We're at 25 minutes. This is a good place to stop before I start weeping about my daughter and my kids. Everybody have a great week. Have a good Labor Day. Keep checking us out on ILXCTF.com. We'll have some great things for you to read going into next weekend, previews, and all that other all that kind of fun stuff. So, hope you enjoyed this. Have a great week. See you next Sunday.